I think you can link a lot of the signings to the current form. So you've got Sunderland have made great signings. Look at where they are. Man United are on an upswing. You mentioned it just before, and Burmo finally getting in form. A lot of their signings clicking. I think Cunha's doing well. Sesko, I'm not too sure about.
He's injured now, but
you look at you look at less stronger teams at the moment. Liverpool not doing as well. Their signings, most notably, I think he's the face of signings, especially the window. Florian Wirtz. What do you think about his current form?
I mean, it's just the worst possible start.
I saw a start with this, to interrupt, about the fact that he's currently on track, or if he something like 200 minutes. Fabio, he currently got a worse rate than Fabio Vieira did at Arsenal. But yes, Fabio Vieira played 200 minutes more, but by this point he'd registered, I think it was 3 or 4 goals in the season. Yeah. So he's currently tracking to be worse than Fabio.
And Vieira ended up getting loaned out. So could we see the same with 150 million Florian Wirtz?
He got sent. He's been loaned out to Hamburg and got sent off twice. So that's not a good comparison. But
I think the thing with Liverpool is obviously they've bought good players. Like they're not, like Wirtz isn't terrible, Isak isn't terrible, Ekitike is not terrible. But what they've done is they've disrupted what worked. So like obviously last year they had like Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gravenberch, and that worked because it had the good balance of going forward and dropping back, and then you could leave Salah up and Gakpo and then I think a lot of, even though he didn't score a lot and he missed a lot of big chances and a lot of fun was made of him, I think a lot of people underestimated how much Nunez did defensively and off the ball, and I do think that's gone massively under the radar, and now you've got Ekitike and Isak who won't track back as much, who won't do the hard yards going backwards, won't do the hard yards going forwards necessarily as well. They're running behind, but they won't necessarily do a lot of the grunt work, as you'd call it, whereas Nunez would. And it means that Salah can't just get a free ride anymore. Like you saw at the weekend, he was Conor Bradley was so exposed on that right flank. Like Doku and O'Reilly ran rings around him because he had no cover from Salah. And in previous years, when you had 3 midfielders who were able to drop back in and help like that, you could get away with it. But when you've got Wirtz, who's more of attacking minded, they've lost that balance in midfield, and they're so exposed everywhere in defence. And their defensive weaknesses that probably got a free pass last year, Kanate, fullbacks, they've got away with it last year, and this year they've been massively found out. And I think that's why they're conceding. They're still scoring at a decent rate, but they're now conceding 1, 2, 3 a game instead of keeping a clean sheet and winning 1-0. They're losing 2-1 or they're drawing 2-2. And the late goals that they scored early in the season can't keep them afloat anymore.